Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's another daily talk with Wes, and I hope you guys are having a good weekend. It's a good weekend. It's been a good week. I mean, the weather's been awesome. I'll be making another video today. So stay tuned for that, but I won't be posting that until maybe tomorrow or the next day. But today's topic is healing the right way. And that can go towards anything, friendship, a past family, incident, relationship, whatever it is. When you're healing the right way, you can tell versus other people that heal in the wrong way. So let's talk about the right way. So healing the right way is basically focusing on yourself, focusing on things that you did wrong or what you messed up or what you have to basically strengthen to become like that better individual in this life. When you do that, when you actually stop and actually focus and not put your attention on other people and other things to heal you and just to give you that, satisfaction and that hit of like, okay, I feel better, I'm good now, but you're not healing the right way when you're doing it that way. When you're healing the right way, you're actually focusing on the key points that you are weak in this life. Communication, validation, all that stuff. When you focus on your self-worth, your values as a person, when you focus on boundaries, when you focus on, what's bare minimum and, things you won't stand for and stuff like that in this life. And figuring out who you truly are and what you truly are meant to be in this life. And you're not relying on other people to give you that in this life. Because when your cup's empty and your cup has holes and cracks in it, and it seems like every time you go into a new thing and you feel depleted or you feel like there's something, you're bringing baggage along. And when you're doing that, you're just destroying, things that are coming into your life. So when you're focusing on the right way, that's, letting God into your life, letting God, fill your cup, heal those holes and cracks, because nobody's going to be able to do that. If you have past traumas, if you have done things in the past that you haven't healed from, and you're just going to next thing, the cracks are going to get bigger, the holes are going to get thicker, and your cup's always going to be completely empty, because nobody in this life can fill your cup except for God. I don't care who you are. I don't care, how much love and, kindness and joyfulness you can give to anyone in this life. If they're not happy within themselves, you're not going to give them happiness. You give them happiness for a little bit, but then that's ultimately going to fail, because you can't overfill somebody's cup. You can add on to someone's happiness, but you can't make them happy. So if they're internally unhappy with themselves, they have to figure that out, and they have to seek God and get their cup overflowing and see what, internally is wrong. Because good people out here, they try to fix everybody, and they ultimately get burnt out. They get drained. They're not their true self anymore. They lose who they were, and they're just an empty shell. And that's what this whole world is now. It's full of unhealed, traumatized, empty people. And it's not getting better. It's getting worse, because social media has made it worse. Nobody wants to actually focus on themselves and heal properly. They just want to seek more and more and more to see if that actually heals them, which it never does. Nothing in this life will fill your cup except for the man upstairs. So for me, I healed the right way. I focused on myself. I found out who my true authentic self is, my self-worth, my values in this life, my boundaries, and I won't settle for bare minimum from anything or anybody in this life anymore. I instantly removed toxicity out of my life. I give you one chance and one chance only. And if you mess that up, I'm sorry. You're getting the boot, because life is too short, and I'm not going to let anybody stomp on my happiness that I have acquired and my cup has now is overflowing. And I'm drawing in new people, and every day is just another trial, but I don't see it every day as like a negative. I see it as a positive. And my clients see that, and my friends see it, my family sees it, and my circle is small. I let in a few people, but then I got people that are on my side that will be like, I have a bad feeling about this. I have a bad feeling about this person. I'll be like, okay. I'll talk to them and stuff like that. And then, if I feel the same way, you're out of the circle. I've been through a lot. I've learned a lot. And when you actually step back and realize, like, you weren't the root cause in your situation. And that's another big thing. When you take accountability for, things that you did, that's one of the key parts of the healing process and becoming your true authentic self. You got to take accountability of the things that you've done in your past to actually heal and to become that better person, to become that, that godly woman or that godly man, and to actually fulfill your purpose in this life. When you don't take accountability in this life, when you don't water your own grass, when you don't focus on internally what's wrong with you and your mistakes that you did, and stop being a victim in this life, because if you're constantly thinking that everyone else is the issue, maybe it's you. People don't realize that. And like, a lot of people in this world is toxic, and the toxic people never think that they are the cause, or they have a role to play in that situation or whatever. And you can't help them. Okay, I don't care who you are. I don't care how good a person you are. You can't make someone realize what they've done, their issues, what they've caused. That you can't make them take accountability. They have to do that on their own to become healed, to become that good authentic self, become that your true identity in this life, and to be that godly person. You got to take accountability. You got to be like, okay, internally I did this and that. I need to work on this and this and that. I haven't healed from this and this and that. And when you start taking accountability, you start realizing, okay, I need to work on this. I need to work on this. Wow, I actually did that. Wow, I lack in this. I need to heal from this before I go on to this. And only you can help, but you can only help to a certain extent. But heal yourself. Focus on yourself. That's the main thing. You got to be happy alone. You got to be healed properly. And it's crazy how people jump to the next thing and the next thing, and they're not healed. And it's so funny because I see it on my For You page a lot, and it's like, oh, I seen this person and they were just so toxic. I went on this next person, they were so toxic. It's like my last video, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. If you keep seeing the same thing over and over again in different people, maybe it's you and not the people. Because if the grass keeps dying on where you land next, maybe it's not them. Maybe it's you internally. Because you got to water your own grass. And if your grass is always dying on the inside, if you're always empty feeling, if you always, tired, exhausted, and all this, you are internally damaged and you're not healing the right way. That's what a lot of people out here are doing. And that's a key thing. A lot of these toxic people are on dating apps. And that's why I always, I always preach and I always say this. Do not go find people on dating apps or social media apps Why? Because dating apps, you're basically putting a checklist out there for toxic people to internalize, to be like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta be like this, I gotta act like this, I gotta like this, I gotta like that. You're basically giving them a shopping list. And that's how people get into your lives. People don't realize that, oh, dating apps are so easy. You get so socially, you can contact them, blah, 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 blah. Wow. Mostly, how do all those things end? Tragically. Okay? Oh, they were so toxic. Blah, 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 blah. Well, you're using a shopping list for toxic people to check off the next thing. And, that's why I say stay far away from those apps. If someone reaches out to you on social media, be like, no. Like I keep telling you guys, focus on yourself. And when you're fully healed, to where God sees that you are healed enough, or that He's going to bring you that person or that thing or that new opportunity, He's going to. But when you're seeking validation and to seek someone to, heal you, to be your hero in your life, to rescue you and to fill your cup and make you happy and whatever, it's always going to end in a very bad way. Because ultimately you got to be happy internally by yourself. You got to be overflow. Your cup has to be healed. No holes, no cracks. That's when God's going to bring you your person. Because why would He bring you a good individual when you are still unhealed? You're still thinking about the past. You still have toxic traits. You still, have, previous people that shouldn't be in your life on your things and stuff like that. And it's like, you're asking for trouble. You're asking to, keep repeating the same thing over and over again because you're unhealed. So the main thing is, healing the right way takes time. People are very impatient and they don't want to heal because it takes time, because they got to focus on themselves, and then they start idolizing. Stop idolizing having that position, that best friend, that partner, whatever, because you're putting that above God, and God's going to postpone that person because you're idolizing something else versus idolizing Him and putting Him first. He's trying to tell you, water your grass, okay? Focus on what you're toxic about. Heal the right way. It takes time. It's not going to take 3 months, 6 months. It might take a year. It might take 2 years. I know you're like such and such age. Who cares? Would you rather be fully healed, go into a good thing, and make it into a long, lasting thing until we leave this earth? Or you want to keep doing the same thing over and over again, repeating the same thing, getting hurt, or, or making excuses for yourself. I'm the victim. Oh, or actually heal, where you don't have to find those, those toxic people anymore. So heal the right way. Focus on who your true identity is. Be happy in this life. Not every day is so bad that it's like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed. There's always a positive that will outweigh those negatives in everyday life. Focus on yourself. Find who you truly are meant to be. Find your values, your worth. Don't stand for bare minimum from anything or anybody in this life. If they can't reciprocate your energy, they can't reciprocate your love, they can't reciprocate back to you, that's God saying, move, leave. It's a two-way street. It's not a contract. It's not a contract love. It's you. When you find that thing and whatever, it's going to be unconditional love. It's going to bring you peace, love, joyfulness, happiness, everything. But when you're not healed, and you seek things and whatever, it's going to bring you chaos. It's never going to bring you peace. You'll feel like a hamster on a hamster wheel. You feel drained, empty, whatever, because you're unhealed. So heal the right way. Become the better version of yourself. And that will help us in this life to have less toxic people and more authentic, good people in this life. But on that note, if you are seeing this, please share this. Subscribe if you have not. because once we hit 10K subscribers, I am picking a few people to give free merch to. So every milestone that we hit, so 10K, 20K, 30K, I'll be giving away free merch, and I'll be shouting you guys out. Once you guys get the merch, if you do buy merch, send it to my Instagram or my Discord, and I will post you on my Instagram story, and I'll put you in the highlights on my Instagram. So yeah, merch is in my link, my Beacons link. Go get you some. Subscribe if you have not. Share this if someone needs to hear it. But yeah, this is my daily talk from Wes. You guys have a blessed day.